Steering a crime victim. Hey, it's Susan. Welcome to this morning's episode of War Crimes Unit. Nice to see ya. Don't forget to get a damsel in defense stun gun. 7.5 million volts. Could save your life one day. It saved mine. You can find one at the iSue's Home Shopping Mall on Facebook, and Damsel in Defense will ship one directly to you. Okay, here we go again. Steering crime victims. You know, I learned this when I was up in Salt Lake City, Utah. I met a woman at the Barnes & Noble bookstore, and apparently she was retired from the FBI. I don't think that she was ever an agent. I think she worked in administration. But she had seen like this letter and I think some of the other ones that I had, and she had said that one thing that law enforcement does when they don't want to deal with a situation is that they will intentionally steer a person out of a district, meaning out of the physical parameters. So we're talking about local law enforcement. We're talking about police and sheriff's departments. And heck, you might as well even throw in the troopers because they could steer someone into another state, but they will purposefully steer someone out of their physical parameters, their boundaries, their area of jurisdiction when they do not want to deal with a crime situation. Or just don't want to deal with a person. In my case, it's a crime situation, and this would be law enforcement not wanting to arrest other law enforcement, attorneys not wanting to prosecute other attorneys, law enforcement not wanting to arrest attorneys, everybody protecting each other. So, crimes have occurred here in the county of Los Angeles, in the city of Culver City, in the county of LA. My expectation of law enforcement is that they do not work in a conspiracy with other law enforcement to steer me out of LA County. I mean, I just made another online report just right before I made this video. So my expectation is that the report gets investigated and these crimes against me stop. Now, did you know that I have an ICC case open? Okay, who's the ICC? It's the International Criminal Court. Who's at the bottom of this letter? A person named MP Dillon. What's an MP? Military police. What does that mean? We're dealing with corruption across the board. Okay, got it? I mean, you know what? I had no idea how close the ICC was actually watching this case until, I've received communication with them. I had no idea how, man, they're good. That's all I can say is they're good. How they're doing it, I don't know, but they are good. So my catchphrase is, in the world of spies and espionage, someone's always watching. So don't think for a second, local law enforcement, that nobody's watching this case. But my expectation is that the reports that have been made, that you investigate the reports and you solve the crimes against me, because if I end up in a foreign country based on what is occurring to me right now in Culver City and in Los Angeles County, who's in trouble? I'm not in trouble. I go to a foreign country. I am not in trouble. I am allowed to go to a foreign country. I have a U.S. passport. When I go to a foreign country, I go there legally and I present myself to the officials in the other country. But if I go there, it's considered a forced displacement under international law. If I'm going there running from the violence within a particular area that local law enforcement refuses to investigate or solve or prosecute. So in essence, you may think initially you're getting back at me. We'll just steer her out of our district so we don't have to deal with this. But ultimately everything's going to run downhill, because this type of thing, if it's not solved and corrected, will displace me into a foreign country, and that is a criminal violation under international law. Today's episode of a War Crimes Unit. Keep your stun gun or machine gun handy. There's real criminals and terrorists out there, not me. I'll see you next time.